this is a slightly different look on how the media days normally look, but we're here. It's fight week. It goes back on in Swansea. How are you feeling about the show?
Oh, I'm just happy to have the show to be going on really after everything what happened last time. I mean, I hate things like this. Show's not going on, fighters getting ready to go on. I felt like, even though it was no fault of my own, but I just felt disappointed and let down for them all. They all prepared well, and they all trained hard. And this is why, I mean, there's only 5 fights on the show, but I'm not really bothered. I mean, majority of the kids I manage, so again, it's a new venture for me, starting out, going down to Swansea and putting shows on.
Oh, I'll wait for that stuff. You touched there, it's good to go back down even though there's 5 fights in the card, just to kind of give them fighters the opportunity to fight again in front of the home fans. Is it kind of a bit of a buzz now to go back down there and put on a good show?
A good show, yeah, is what I want to put on. Plus, like I just said, I've just also signed, managed a kid called Romeo Costa. He's meant to be a very good young prospect, and he's not going to be on this show, but we've just added another show into the Swansea. So we're going to be probably doing about 4 shows down there now. So we're going to be quite regular coming down Swansea, so that's another good thing for me really. And hopefully, you know, like I said, I'm not trying to get in nobody's way. I've got kids down there that I manage, that I would like to guide them and do the same thing what I've done with my lads up here, but you know, in somewhere else where I've got 4 lads that I manage, so and promote. So yeah, if I can guide these kids, I guarantee we'll get a champion out of one of these, like 100%.
Kind of mimicking what we've got going on up here in Manchester, down in Swansea, kind of bringing these lads up to be able to follow in the footsteps of these lads here.
Yeah, hopefully we can just get a good strong team down there. Like I said, my own thing really is to sign lads and to try and take as many fighters as I can to the top as possible.
I know there's Kristian down there as well, Touze. I know he's under you now. How is it to have him on the team as well?
It's good really, because I mean, Touze's been out of the game for a long time because there's been no consistency down there. They're having fights and not having fights, and this is the thing really with boxing. It's hard because Touze's been out for must be about over 2 years, 3 years, and this is why I felt let down, because when we was having a show, it's like it just happened again, and for some reason he's been unlucky, Touze, and I really want to change that and keep him quite active and quite busy, and hopefully at the end of the year get him a title fight. You know, he's right up there. I think he's 10-0.
10-0.
Yeah.
I think it's like you say, getting these prospects high fights and high profile fights, put them on Black Flash can kind of help build them up a bit more, and with you guiding them, could go into some really decent prospects.
I mean, look, I think they were part of decent prospects. Anyway, I think the thing coming under me is if I can keep them busy regular, that consistency, that is the key. You know, a fighter needs to be fighting regular in order for the mind to be good, because if he's got something to think about, there's no other further distractions outside the ring, because he's got something to look forward to. And that's where I'm trying to bring in, like, I was only meant to do something like, see how it goes, between 2 and 3 shows. So I settled with 3 shows to try and get them out, three fights this year. But then I added an extra one because of Romeo Costa. He's missed out on this show due to he's got to do your medical, and his medical won't come through in time. So I added another show in, so at least he can get the 3 fights out for the year. Well, the other lads will probably get 4 out.
Because it's a great card got going down. You've got Morgan on there, you've got Moses, you've got Josh, Kristian, and Willy Gilheaney, who was meant to fight for the title last time. That's a strong card, that Pat, for Saturday night down in Swansea.
You know what? It's like I said, it's a pleasurable moment for me. Yeah, it is, and you know, Moses I've never seen, but I've heard a lot about him as a heavyweight. You know, again, it's just great. To me, it's great to be working with fighters down there. I mean, fighters that have really got nothing to do with me as well. It's just a platform, and anyone is welcome to get on this platform and give themselves a career if I can help. And that's, you know, we've done it before. It's endless what we say we can do. So yeah, it's good.
Exciting time for Black Flash Promotions at the minute, and after this show, I was touching it quickly, I've got another show coming up in March, but that's back up in Manchester, keeping busy this year.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, again, I mean, George will be the first one of my first ones to fight for the youth Commonwealth silver belt. I think it's in August. We're looking to put that on at Middleton Arenas, and we've got this new. Well, I want to say new. It's not new. It's back to the old arena, Middleton Arena, where we did shows here, and you know, back to where we started, and it's right on George's doorstep. So yeah, it's great.
Well, we'll hear from the fighters next, but thank you, Pat. Can't wait to see the show on Saturday.
Thank you.
We're now here with Willy. Willy, how have you been since we've seen you in December?
Very good, yeah. Still ticking over, keeping fit, like.
Well, you was last out in August last year. You had a win on points over Jackson. I think it was meant to be back out in December for that title fight, but things didn't go to plan on the night, and we've had to rearrange the show now. But just speak to us a little bit about that and how your mind was at the time and how you are now.
Oh, well, I was completely devastated, to be honest, at the time. Obviously, I put in effort, like, in that camp. I trained really hard for it. And in my heart, I knew I was going to win. I think Ethan on the day as well, I think he knew I was going to win. He looked a little bit scared when I seen him. So we're going to try and get that fight back on. So eventually I will get that title shot. And it'll be sweeter this time when I win it. But I'm just looking forward to Saturday now, put on a really good performance and set that title fight up.
Yeah, like you say, it's good that we've come back down again. I think it's only 2 months later. We've rearranged the show and we're back down. How is it kind of to be back on that Black Flash stage on Saturday night, and good that the show's kind of been rescheduled?
Oh yeah, well it's good that it wasn't too far away. So I've had to watch what I'm eating and drinking and that over Christmas. So yeah, I've had to be a good boy Christmas time and keep the weight, like I said. You know what I mean? So I'm glad. I'm just can't wait just to get back out. My knuckles are still itchy from December.
Oh, I can imagine. I can see it there on your hat. You call yourself online when we've been looking into it, the Gladiator. I can see you've got it on your hat there as well, I think, is it? Yeah, there you go. Where does that come from?
To be honest, obviously when I was first turning professional, I was looking for a nickname, and we were struggling a little bit, like to pick one. And my trainer Enzo, his nephew Tobias, he came up with the Gladiator. There's a picture of the Gladiator, the film, on the wall. So he said, "Why don't you call yourself the Gladiator Gilheaney?" I mean, so it was just a bit random, like, but it's kind of stuck. Do you mean? So, and I like it now. I was going to be called William the Conqueror, but it got changed like last minute. But I don't mind if people want to call me William the Conqueror as well.
Either or.
Yeah, I can have two nicknames. It won't hurt.
You touched on a minute ago about over Christmas and what you're eating. How has camp gone this time? Because like you see, you was in a long camp up until Christmas, prepping for the title. Had a little bit of downtime and then gone right back into a camp. How's that been?
Well, obviously it is hard. Christmas is like everybody wants to enjoy themselves on Christmas time, so it was hard sticking to it, like still training over Christmas. Well, I've had a relatively short camp, to be honest, about 4 weeks. Like proper training, like in camp. So yeah, it doesn't. I think as long as you like watch what you're eating and don't go too much over Christmas time. Like, I mean, it's always. I'm a relatively fit person anyway. I don't drink very much. I don't smoke. I eat like healthy all the time, more or less. I mean, so it's not too bad.
Not too bad to keep in shape and keep ticking over.
Yeah.
I've seen on Instagram as well. You mentioned about your trainer then there. How is it kind of being trained by a former world champion?
Oh yeah, Enzo's he's good. He's a good trainer, and there's a good group of boys as well up the gym. So it's good banter and that there. So I enjoy it, to be honest. But Enzo's obviously being a world champion himself. He can teach you things like a normal trainer probably can't teach you. Having been there and done it yourself, do you mean? So it definitely don't hurt to have him in camp.
No, can't hurt, can it?
No, definitely.
And you touched on there trying to get that title fight back on. Is that kind of your plan for the year? Hopefully, do it on Saturday, and then look to try and make that title fight next, or do you want a few more fights for you attempt to make it again?
To be honest, I was happy fighting for the title in December, and this fight is only just to stay warm, really. I'd fight Ethan George tomorrow. I'm that confident that I'm going to beat him. So as soon as we get this one out of the way Saturday, I know he's fighting in March. So hopefully, it's looking like the middle of the year we're going to get it back on for the title. So yeah, I'm ready to go now. If he wants it now, I'll fight him now. Yeah.
Fighting talk from yourself there. When I spoke to Pat this morning, because I've catched up with Pat ahead of this press conference, and spoke to Pat. Pat's kind of got the goal of doing a fair few shows in Swansea this year, maybe looking at maybe 3 or 4, possibly even 5. Is that something that excites you?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's nice. It's nice to fight at home sometimes as well, isn't it? And obviously he's a big name, and so he puts on big shows. Obviously I haven't boxed any show yet, so I don't know, but hopefully this is a really good show Saturday, and I look forward to working with him in the future.
Like Pat said this morning, is quite impressed with what he sees down in Swansea, and kind of wants to bring some of these shows down there to kind of put on a bit of a statement and put on the performance down there with yourselves shining the light.
Of course, and there's some really talented boys in Swansea. In Wales, a lot of people get overlooked. England, like everybody talks about the young prospects and stuff coming up there, and they overlook a lot of the Welsh fighters. But there's some really, really talented Welsh fighters around, like especially the boys on the show. Moses Charlie, he's a heavyweight. He's a really talented boy. Morgan McIntosh used to be a stablemate of mine back in the day. Really talented. Josh Meli and Kristian Touze. He actually trained with Enzo years ago. So I know him quite a long time. Some really good boys. They're all really good, but they're not like me. I'm better looking, and I'm the best boxer on the show. It's going to be a great show now that I'm on it, anyway.
Oh well, it's paired up to be a great night of boxing and a great kind of performance and show that's coming to Swansea. You touched a little bit there about kind of Enzo, and I've seen you some research and looking into it that your dad and your brother are also into boxing. What was kind of your biggest pushing point really to get into boxing and to join the sport?
Well, obviously, all my family really are boxers. My granddad Willie was a bare knuckle boxer. My dad Jimmy's a bare knuckle boxer. My uncle Michael's bare knuckle boxer. So I come from a really big family of bare knuckle boxers. My brother Thomas was a really good amateur boxer. He boxed Daniel Dubois, who's the heavyweight champion now.
Wow.
I lost him by 1 point in the British Championship finals. So it's in the blood, like definitely fighting side. But obviously, when I was younger, I was a really good amateur. I had 7 national titles. I had 39 fights, 30 wins. But obviously, I've took a bit of time out of the sport, and I feel a bit rejuvenated now. I want to push on and see how good I can do in the sport. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You touched there about family and a bit of support. What's support looking like for Saturday night? Are you getting some people coming out to watch?
Yeah, it's looking like the tickets are going. Yeah, should be a big. I've always got kind of a big crowd. I sold quite a lot in December. So still some people who bought tickets for that are still going to come to this show. So I have to give them the new tickets and that there, but I've still got the money for that. So I should bring a bit of a crowd with me, like.
Oh, I bet it's nice fighting in front of fans, and even more so when it's in your hometown.
Oh, of course it is, definitely. It's not too far for people to travel, and plus where we are fighting in LC2, Wine Street's quite a big. It's quite popular for like a night out, and it's literally walking distance, so it's good for the fans. So everybody, get your ass down there.
Kind of after this fight's out of the way, what would touch there about that street being not too far away? What would celebrations look like, and kind of the downtime after it?
To be honest, I'm going to be straight back in the camp on the Monday, but Saturday night and Sunday I'm going to eat a lot of food because obviously I put a little bit of weight on over Christmas and that there, and I've been really strict on my diet the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to definitely make up for it. I'm going to eat into a food coma.
I feel like I need to ask it now. What's the first thing you're going to eat, B?
I love cheeseburgers. They're my favourite. Cheeseburgers are my favourite.
Where's the best place to get one?
I don't know. There's quite a few down in Swansea. I'm not going to mention any because they won't sponsor me, but yeah, any cheeseburger really.
Any cheeseburger.
I know they've got a Wingstop now in Swansea, so it's just recently opened up. So Sunday, that's where I'll be going. And Wingstop, if you want to sponsor me, get in touch.
You touched on air sponsors. Is there any sponsors that you want to kind of give a shout out to or a mention to at this point?
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to Chrome Metals, my mate Steve and his boys. They've been with me since the beginning. They helped me out. Really, really supported me. Also, Richard O'Brien's Metals. He's a very good pal of mine, and he's sponsored me for quite a while now. And also KD Gardening Services. He's just a new sponsor, just joined on now. and he's bought quite a few tickets as well, helped me with ticket sales. So yeah, thank you very much, boys. I really appreciate it.
How important are ticket sales and sponsorships into helping ensure that you can do this full time and put all your time and energy into it?
Well, of course, yeah. Well, coming up to a fight, you kind of got to put everything really into training. So it helps that like some days you can't make work or whatever. Like the sponsors, they do come in handy. They do help there. And as for tickets, we wouldn't. They pay our wages. I mean, the tickets. We wouldn't be able to fight without anybody buying tickets.
Oh, well, these fans that are buying the tickets, what can they expect from yourself on Saturday?
Expect me to steal the show. It's going to be a standout performance for me, and I am going to knock him out. I'm going to steal the show, look really good doing it, and I'm going to call somebody out as well after in the ring, and we might set up a title shot soon then after. So look out for my fight.
I cannot wait to see you at the fight, and I definitely can't wait to watch it. Now I'm dead excited to speak to you after it.
Yeah. We'll go to Wingstop on Wine Street then. That's where we're going. You can tag along.
That sounds like a plan that for Saturday.
It's just a little message, Steve and George. After I win this fight Saturday, I want you, and I'm going to knock you out.
Can't wait to see you on Saturday. I can't wait to see you box as well.
I look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.
So first of all, I just wanted to check in, see how you've been. Did see you yourself in December, but obviously we had the cancellation of the show. Just what were your thoughts after that, and kind of how have you been since then?
Yeah, it was a bit lost, to be honest, at the show. Obviously, with it getting called off, I've never experienced that before. But yeah, a bit of a letdown from the paramedic side, I suppose. Obviously, ruining the whole show for everyone involved. Obviously weighing in, all the ticket sales, the diet in, the training towards the camp. All that malarkey, then seeing the doctor and getting to the point of getting changed, ready to go in, and then be told it's called off. It didn't quite sink in, to be honest, for about an hour. Yeah, but it is what it is. We just have to keep going, don't we, and keep training, and obviously work towards the next one.
How has it been over Christmas? You had a nice Christmas, you had a nice time off?
Yeah, obviously, yeah, I had a nice few weeks. I don't know how long. I think I took about 3 weeks off in the end. I enjoyed that time with my boy. Yeah, he enjoyed Christmas. That's the main thing. It's all about the kids now, isn't it? So, yeah, just enjoyed my food and enjoyed my time with him, to be honest.
Enjoyed food. How's camp been ahead of Saturday night?
Yeah, it's been all right. I've lacked a bit of a sparring for this camp, but the last one I had, I had plenty of rounds in, but I lacked a little bit. Other than that, yeah, it's been pretty good. The weight's come down all right. I've been keeping busy in the gym, obviously twice a day. I did have a bit of a accident last Tuesday, which was worrying. It was kind of a weak point, that's somewhere that I've injured before, and obviously I've gone over on it again, and I was kind of shouting at myself, but yeah, I'm getting through. So I'm feeling good. So hopefully we're all good Saturday.
Fingers crossed. Now, yourself as a boxer, you are currently 10-0, very good career ahead of you, and very good career you've started. How do you kind of see this fight going for you? Can you see it going the distance, or are you trying to plan to get him out of there a bit earlier?
To be honest, I've been out of the ring, almost 3.5 years now, so it's all obviously in my benefit to get the rounds, take the rounds. Obviously, I've spoke to Pat, and we plan on obviously upping the rounds as the fights go on, and getting prepared, ready for hopefully another title shot. That's what I want now, after so long out, and obviously the age and all that. So yeah, obviously to get the rounds in the bank would be nice. So yeah, to be honest, I just go with the flow. I get in there, obviously adapt to the fight, and then obviously go from there as the rounds go on.
You touched on it a little bit with Pat. You and Pat are now working together. You've got a good relationship going, and hopefully going to see you on a few more Black Flash shows this year. How is it kind of to be working with Pat and having Pat there to help you with this?
Yeah, good. Obviously when he first come down to obviously watch me spar once or twice, and we had a chat and what have you. He said a few things which have been said to me before. So it kind of ring bells, and I thought, I've been told this before. It kind of adds up, makes sense. I spoke to obviously one or two other people that's been involved with his shows, and I've had nothing bad to say. Yeah, he seems quite straightforward, quite straight to the point. My kind of guy. So I think we get along well as manager boxer, to be honest with you. And yeah, in fairness to him, obviously being all the way up Manchester and I'm in South Wales, he's been reaching out, giving us phone calls, telling me his plans, and yeah, I can't fault him, to be honest with you. And we haven't even got started yet.
Like you say, it's hopefully a relationship that can keep building. When we spoke to Pat this morning, Pat's got a lot of plans this year for coming down to Swansea and doing a few more shows on there. Are you eager to get yourself on there?
Yeah. Well, he's told me along the lines, or through my coach, that the plan is 3 or 4 shows down here this year. So yeah, I am on his case. There's a new Swansea Arena down here. They light up all the posters on the LED wall outside, which would be amazing to have a poster on there. So I am on his case for a possible show in there by the end of the year. So we'll see what comes of it. It's only next door to the LC2, so it's not it's not even a stone throw away, to be honest with you, from where this show's going to be.
Oh, it'd be amazing to have it there, and obviously to see your name up there in the lights on the side of the wall and poster. Being from Swansea yourself, it must be quite a nice feeling to hopefully try and aim towards.
Well, I don't know how many it holds, but obviously they haven't had a boxing show then yet because it's quite new. But obviously they got the Motorpoint Arena in Cardiff just up the road, which they could use quite a lot for the boxing. So I don't see why it couldn't work out. And yeah, maybe you can bring boxing to Wales in that venue.
Fingers crossed. It was something that once he might not know about it, but I'm pretty sure when he hears about it, it'll be something that he'll probably have on his radar to try and get and try and tackle. But a little bit more towards yourself now and kind of the ticket side of it. When I was having a look on social media, doing like a little bit of research, a little bit of prep, I seen a post you put on Twitter saying about you donating your earnings and some of the money from this fight to a 10-year-old that's battling cancer. Is there anything you could tell us about
that? To be honest with you, ever since my first fight as a professional, I've donated if not all, a portion of my purses towards local kids battling cancer, sometimes teenagers up to 19, 20 years old. I've also donated like purses to local families where the children or child has like committed suicide, been bullied or what have you. So yeah, I've always growing up, I've always wanted to do something to help others. So I did go in the army for 6 years, and then obviously leaving the army, I wanted to continue helping other people. So that's what I decided to do. Then 1 or 2 people suggested it, and I decided to start donating my money from my fights to locals, or I don't mind helping people away as well, but just people who are in more need than myself. I'd rather obviously see them or help them in life than just obviously have an extra $2,000 in the back pocket or walk around the streets and Rolex watches, So yeah.
I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible what you're doing, and I think it'd be good to try and share that side of it and just show the work that you're doing outside of the ring, because I've got it written down here. You're a man of many hats and different things about yourself. Like you said, you're ex-soldier, you also do an electrician, some PT work, and a property developer, and then, like you've mentioned before, most importantly, your dad as well. So it must be hard trying to juggle all of that and your boxing career as well.
To be honest, it can be stressful. It does get on top of me sometimes, and I just can't find the time in the day for myself. But so like I come out of the army, set up an electrical business with another ex-military lad, which I know. Then we went into property maintenance from there. And then we ended up shutting that down. I opened up a barber and sunbed shop, funnily enough. And and then that kind of went quiet after lockdown. So I kind of dwelled back into the property side, but I did work as an electrician for a company because I'd done my electrical courses in the army for a year or so. But yeah, the property developing's more for me, to be honest. So yeah, I kind of remortgaged and started on my own, just developing properties again. So I got a few mates who helped me, which are sub in or what have you. And yeah, I'm just plodding along, to be honest. As long as I can cover my bills, anything else is a bonus to entertain my boy. But yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, obviously, the people I donate to from my fights, I kind of meet their families in person. It's not like through no company or nothing. Yeah, go meet them in person. My boy comes along with me a lot of the time, plays with the kids, and yeah, it's nice to see that bond. But yeah, it is quite hard because obviously I'm having to work all the time, full time, to afford my bills. Boxing obviously doesn't pay bills at the moment, and then obviously donating XYZ of the purses to these kids to help them. So it is hard going. And then yeah, like you said, obviously I do the one-to-ones in the nights. I'm in progress of making my own gym, so maybe I can start some small classes as well, which might help out. And we'll see. Like you say, I'm always jumping into different things, just trying to give things a go and see what works best.
Oh, well, the thing you are very good at, and hopefully we can see you again after a bit of time out this Saturday, is your boxing. Is your little boy going to come and watch on Saturday?
I don't know just as of yet. Obviously, I have him half the week. Cause me and his mum ain't together. So yeah, I am into having Saturday. So it all depends. I don't know how that works with his mum, and obviously who I've got to bring him along. Like the coaches and that said, he can come backstage and he'll be safe with them watching the fight and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm contemplating it, but I'll get him to speak to his mum and see what she wants to do, whether she wants to swap nights or he can come along and see what is. I don't know whether I should ask him because straight away he'll be wanting to come. But yeah, I'll get him to speak to his mum first and go from there, I think.
Oh, well, I know even if your little boy can't go, yeah, hopefully going to bring, by the sounds of it, plenty of fans down with you on Saturday. Have you got any message to them ahead of the night?
Yeah, to be honest, it's been a long time, and obviously it's going to take me some time now to get the ball rolling and everyone back on the wagon. But to be fair, like I've got a certain amount of regulars which always show their face and come and show support. But yeah, I will thank them because obviously without their support, the fights and the shows won't be possible. But it's not only that, obviously. I don't want to be rolling into someone's house with £10 to help the little ones. So yeah, I got to thank them for their hard-earned money putting into the tickets to help me not only fight and put the shows on, but also to be able to donate and obviously help the people which I help. So yeah, I'd like to put a thank you out to them, and yeah, I'll never forget who comes and helps and supports, and I don't forget the names and faces who are there all the time. So yeah.
Oh, well, it's been great chatting to you and great catching up, and I can't wait to see you box on Saturday night.
Yeah, I can't wait. But yeah, like I said, we know how long it's been, so hopefully I can get back under them lights, do the job, and come away from it and get the ball rolling again the next few months and keep active this time.
Definitely, and hopefully we see you a few more times this year down in Swansea.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. Yeah, a few more times down here. Hopefully we can get some big things going down here, and yeah, obviously see what comes after it. Maybe travel around the country or potentially around the world. That would be great. But yeah,
Chasing
make
them
some holidays
titles.
of it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, oh, it's been perfect. Thank you so much for making the time out your day to do it. It's been great.
Yeah, no problem at all.
And
Obviously,
we'll,
if I could add there actually, because it
yeah,
would be great help, of course. I may as well just add it to the end of this video. If
yeah.
anyone wants to jump on board, obviously sponsorship wise, obviously as we've just explained and gone through how hard it is trying to work and train twice a day, 2-3 hours a day, and obviously donating my purses. Obviously, any sponsorships that want to jump on board, then that'll be a massive help towards like traveling around the country, sparring, hotel costs, training gear, fight gear, medicals, which ain't cheap these days. So yeah, just a message out to any opportunities that might be out there.
Oh, it's been great chatting to you, and I can't wait to see you on Saturday night.
Yeah, great chatting. Yeah, I guess I'll see you Saturday, and Pat and everyone else down there.
Yes,
Hi,
yes.
okay?
Hi, we got to go in the end. What's happening, lad?
You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks.
How are you both?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Good?
Great. Yeah.
I like the t-shirt, the black flash, the one from the show. That's really cool.
Representing. Always repping down here, love, yeah. Always in the black and yellow and the black flash, don't worry about that.
I love it. How have you both been since December?
Yeah, we stayed locked in, haven't we, really? Had a week or two off. Obviously, bit down after the last show, fell through. But stayed ready, and we're double ready for this one now in February. So yeah, can't wait. Bit of spark. We had rounds over Christmas. The gym was open all over Christmas. I think it's probably the only gym in Wales that was open over Christmas. Yeah, yeah. The boss never shuts.
I love it. I absolutely love it. You're both up and coming prospects down there in Swansea. Just touching on first, you're both meant to be on the show that unfortunately has to get cancelled in December. How was that for you both, kind of just getting your heads around that and then staying locked in over Christmas?
So I'll go first, sir. Yeah, you go first. Yeah, it's a new one. It's a new one. Obviously, we're all in the changing rooms, wrapped up, ready to go. And the boss come in and said the show's off. I'm like, yes, it's hard. It's a strange place to be in, really, because you're going for an emotional roller coaster of fight week, making weight, all the training you've done, and then for it to be pulled last minute. Yeah, it was devastating, but you just got to put it down to experience, I suppose. And hopefully you don't have to experience it again. But yeah, but we can take that off the list from this. So yeah, we've just worked twice as hard now for this next one. We was already in fight shape, obviously December, so it's been a quick turnaround, February 8th. Yeah, we're in the best shape we've ever been in. So yeah, it's just good to get back on February 8th now and get the ball rolling again, and obviously be a lot more busy and active this year.
And yourself, Josh?
Yeah, well, obviously I was on first tonight, so I was going to open up the show. So I warmed up for an hour and 15 minutes. I was demanding gloves for I don't know how long. I was doing pads bare-handed with Dazzy in the shower. As you've seen, we took the
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, you mentally prepare. Every fight, you're going to war. Like, no matter whether I'm fighting a journeyman or a prospect, I treat it all the same. So I'm ready to fight, box, or just do whatever I can to get the W. So yeah, it was a bit of pill to swallow, but it was part of the journey, I suppose. Like, when Tobias was wrapping my hands up, he dropped a few hidden gems, like, and he was saying, just enjoy the journey, and that's what I am doing. So as much as boxing's a tough sport, but I just want to have fun while I'm going through this journey, and obviously with my fellow stablemates here, Morgan and Touze, and just enjoy it, and just obviously try and bring as many titles back to the gym as I can, and chasing glory. The money will come. The money will comes with the titles, doesn't it? So, but it's mostly the glory, and making history is more important than the money. So definitely. Yeah.
And you're both back. Both last out in April last year. How is you kind of feeling ahead of the fight this Saturday? It's been a long time since you've both actually been in the ring. How are them emotions looking towards Saturday?
Just excitement, really. Really excited. Obviously, like you say, we've had a bit of a layoff, not been able to box since April. But I don't, people say ring rust and this, that, and the other. But when you stay in the gym and you live the life, I don't believe in ring rust. So we've been putting in the work. It's just been like one massive training camp since April, really, waiting on dates, trying to get on shows. Obviously, we're grateful that Pat can put these shows on down here, because on the other shows in Wales, Cardiff way, and Bristol area, we don't really get a look in on the other shows. So it's a blessing that Pat can come down here and guarantee us shows down here regularly now to get us active and push on. Yeah. So yeah, it's just excitement. That's all I'm feeling really. Yeah, can't wait to go.
And with regards to ring rust, I mean, you only get ring rust. I know you're saying fighting, but when you're in the gym and you're sparring with opposition day, week in, week out, it's just like a fight. So as long as you're in there sparring with good oppositions and you've got to switch on and think, I don't believe, I mean, ring rust, you could have 18 months out the gym. I mean, Dalton Smith's box the other day, he didn't box for a while, did he? And
Yeah,
he just came in and blew him away, didn't he? Like, so.
What you got to think of as well is obviously it's good to be active, but obviously sometimes the body needs a rest as well. So when you do have a bit of time out, take that rest. Do you know what I mean? And you're not taking damage as well. So I think it depends how you look at it really. But I always try and whatever we're going up against, I try and turn it into a positive. So I was looking at it like we're raring to go now. Yeah.
Both buzzing towards Saturday.
We can't wait, honest to God, excitement. Obviously, everybody gets nerves. Any fighter says they don't get nervous, they lie and they're not human. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We all get them nerves, but as much as you've got them nerves, you've got confidence in your skill and your ability, your team, your coaching. So, I mean, yeah, it's just get in there and just perform.
How has camp been for both of you in preparation for this fight?
Yeah, it's been amazing, isn't it? We keep improving every camp, I think. Had great sparring, great rounds. Like I said, we was ahead of schedule because we were already in fight shape from December. So it was a matter of just taking a little rest and then peaking at the right time again. So Nigel, the boss, he's very experienced. He's keeping an eye on us all the time, and he knows when to ease off and when we need to put our foot to the floor as well. We got a lot of experience in that. So we're not gonna overcook ourselves. It's hard, isn't it? Because actually we want to train, hit it hard every day. Do you know what I mean? And you need someone to let you know that look, you need a little day off. You're in there, you might have a bad day, or look, you're doing too much, or you're peaking now. We want to taper for a week and then come back at it again. But yeah, it's been great, and like I say, because we all the boys, we push each other, we keep it light-hearted as well, have a laugh, so yeah, it's never a dull day in camp.
We just turn up every day and just keep battling.
Yeah,
it's just numerous battles between the three of us, between all of us, even the amateurs. We got some wicked amateurs in the gym.
Yeah,
we are good up and comers. And they put us through our paces when we're in there as well. So everybody's a credit to each other down here, and it's a good community. It's a good gym to be a part of.
Yeah, we got a good team set up now, and we obviously the boss Nigel's obviously in everything, and he's got the experience of the GB background and everything. So he's finding out skills. We got Sean, who's a lot of fitness coach, do a lot of running, sprint work with him. And we got Andy Morgan's been coming in now as well, an old Ed Ron Talbot, who very experienced fighter himself, and he's got a good young prospect in the gym, Ashton Morgan. And he's been helping out, taking us on the pads, this, that and the other. So yeah, it's all coming together now.
And then we got Darcy in on a Friday, keeps us all grounded, just whips our ass.
We have a boogie night on a Friday, so Darcy gets the tunes pumping. So I mean, Nigel has a bit of a time, a night off for the gym, and Darcy keeps us booming, and we
Nigel's in the house watching SAS for Old Heroes.
But Friday is our night out, isn't it?
Yeah.
We treat that as our treat.
Yeah.
We put the work in that, but that's our.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah, it's a good vibe. Yeah, you should have to come down on a Friday. You got to see it. It's for see.
I will.
Bring your camera on a Friday.
I will. Don't think we'll be able to make it down this Friday, but one Friday after this. I know Pat, when I spoke to him this morning, Pat's plans for the year is he wants to keep coming back down to Swansea. He wants to do maybe 3 or 4, possibly even 5 shows down there, which must excite the pair of us.
Oh yeah. Do you mean we've obviously we had a few bumps in the road on the start of our career, obviously with things happening, and obviously we want to be active this year. So I think 5 or 6, even if we had to come away to fight, that's no bother.
Yeah.
So we just want to get busy, and just obviously keep climbing up the ladder, keep climbing the ranks, and obviously push to bigger and better nights under the lights.
Yeah, it's gonna be mad. Yeah, I think busier the better. Like you say, we we were unlucky at the start of our careers, only having 2 fights, in 1 year. That's not active, like, do you know what I mean? Especially as a prospect, you need to be boxing regularly, do you know what I mean? And we, we're novices now. Like, obviously we done what we done in the amateurs, but you got to empty a cup again. Do you know what I mean? You start all over again, learning as a pro. It's a different pace. It's a different game. It is 2 different sports. So we're not naive to think that we know it all. We know we got a lot of learning to do. But we'd like to, start pushing on towards the end of the year, looking for bring some Welsh titles back on to Batalwa.
Definitely. Hopefully that's something that Pat can help you both do. And I see that you've got your Black Flash t-shirt on. Kind of this platform that Pat's bringing down to Swansea, it must kind of be a good feeling for you both to have that person kind of putting that belief in you in terms of a promoter to show that there is going to be shows down there actively, and you both can get out there hopefully a few times this year again on Pat's show. Yeah,
that would be brilliant. I mean, obviously we're so grateful for him doing that, and obviously it's a big risk for him. Obviously, do you mean to come and down and put a show down here for us? I mean, so I'm fair play to him for doing it. So I mean, and obviously we just reward him by putting in a brilliant performance, and it gives us a chance as well to build a fan base with the tickets, because you know how it is with the ticket sales. Yeah. It's tough for big ass, and if you haven't got a big following, how do you build your following without boxing? It's tough. You need to show, you need an audience to demonstrate what you're about and what sort of skills you have and what you can display. So yeah, we're just so grateful to. Obviously, I'm so grateful to have him as my manager and for him to be putting a show on. And mad respect, Pat. Big love. Yeah. Yeah.
When I spoke to him this morning, he spoke so highly of the pair of us and the entire people that are on the show on Swansea, and the ones that have missed it due to injuries, but he speaks so highly of us all. He sounds quite excited of the idea of having a little bank of fighters down there that are putting on as good as a performance as the ones up in Manchester.
Yeah. Yeah, well, when he come down the first time we met him, and like obviously travelling all the way down from Manchester, I think he already had a couple of fighters signed in Wales, 1 or 2. And he told us his plan, like that he wanted to build a rapport of fighters down here, and this, like he's picked us all up now, and this is what he's doing. He's putting on the shows, and he, like you say, he is taking the risk, but we're gonna repay him tenfold. Like I said to him on the phone the other day, I said, we're gonna put on a big show, like, so we're just trying to put on big performances. This is the first one now, so we'll have a big bang now on Saturday, and then roll on to the next one, and just like you say, hopefully we keep it busy, we keep building a fan base, and just progressing as young pros.
Get this one out the way, then we come back to the sequel.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And then I touched on a few people I spoke to. I did a little bit of research on Instagram about how he's spending your downtime a little bit, and I've seen that Josh, you did a little bit of modelling with don't want to say it wrong, with San Pablo jackets. Seeing that on Instagram, he's been doing a bit of modelling.
He's obviously San Pablo is our own brand. It's local brand from the community. Obviously, we're from Batalwa, so that's the brand that Nigel has created. And yeah, we do some modelling shoots. Morgan's done one as well.
Has it? I've not seen that one.
Yeah. But no, yeah, it's good. It's good when you haven't got black eyes and you're turning up to photo shoots. They made us feel pretty. Yeah. I wouldn't be a good mom if I was turning up there with a squish nose or 2 pumping eyes. But no, yeah. It's we just have fun with it, and obviously it's good. It's good for getting you. Obviously, if you're not with this pro game, like people don't understand. Like even like at this level, like the smaller level, like the interviews now, it's quite nerve-wracking for a fight, especially when they haven't been exposed. I had a lot of exposure to interviews, promos. So it sort of gives you that confidence. I mean, I box in front of anyone. I find it easier boxing than I do doing these promo shoots. Like, do you know what I mean? I think so, and it sort of sets you up for that as well. Getting, not being so nervous in front of the camera, and just speaking open and honestly, and just.
You make it look easier, bro, the modelling. When we come in that day, I was like, what do I do? Stand here, do this? Yeah. Oh my God. I'm like, oh, what? They're pampering me right there. Josh knew all the poses off the back.
Oh. It looked good. It like you were both enjoying yourself. I've not seen the one of you getting it, Morgan. I've only seen the one of Josh.
Yeah, I think we'll have to wait for a rainy day for that.
They hit the way in the lock, are they?
But I did see with yourself, Morgan, you seem to quite like country music and going to them type of gigs.
Look at the mallet on him. Look at the mallet on him.
Oh yeah, I am a country geek. Yeah, definitely. Like
Yeah.
I've always, my mother used to love country back in the day, like Kenny Rogers, Lynn Anderson, and all them kind of Johnny Cash. Do you know what I mean? So I'm always like country, but it's come back in a big way now. Do you know what I mean? Since lockdown. So
Yeah.
Me and my brother big on the country craze. Yeah. Have you ever been to a country gig before?
Yeah, I have. I'm
Yeah,
not
best,
hating
like-
it, and I love it as well. I'm all for it.
Yeah, country gigs are different level.
Yeah, it's crazy. I went and seen Chris Stapleton. I've got tickets to go and see Zach Bryan down in London, so I'm fully on board with that.
Stapleton's on my list. I've seen Wallen and Coombs, but yeah, Stapleton, he's number one on my list. Like what an artist.
Is amazing. But you did touch on there you touched on your brother. Your brother's big into boxing, your old brother. How is it kind of having him around yourself? And obviously I think he's been around you as well, Josh, kind of having him around, guiding you a little bit.
Yeah, he's
Connor's a G.
he's paved the way for us. Obviously like we got a few active pros now, like Connor, Josh John,
Birdie.
yeah, Aaron Bird. They're local boys, and they're doing it, and they're taking these risks, these big fights, and they kind of lead the way for us. Like we look up to them, and we want to go and do the same and follow their footsteps.
We can't let them all have all the fun. See,
no, yeah, that's it. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's like me and my brother living together now as well. So like we keep each other on each other's toes. Like if he's getting up in the morning training, I got to get up and train. Do you know what I mean? Like if he's putting in extra work, he's putting in extra work. We don't, eating clean, buying all healthy food. Like no crap comes in the house. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it just keeps us keeps us on edge. Like do you know what I mean? Like we push each other, and yeah, Connor's gone in. He's done it all. Like so he's waiting on a news for a British title eliminator now. So yeah, big news for him, and it's going to be a big year for him. And I want to come in behind and bring another Welsh title back to Batalba.
Is it good to have him around as well for you, Josh?
Oh, he's a legend, Connors. I think I hold him up best. I think so highly of him. I mean, and obviously the fights that he's taken, also his career. I mean, I think he's had all of his fights from the first title fight he had. They've all been 50-50s after that. He won't back down to no one. He's a great guy outside the ring, and he's a great role model for all us pros coming through and amateurs. And yeah, he's amazing. I'm still laughing at they sparred a couple of months ago, right? They must have had a 6-round massacre. Connor's uploaded a photo. I'm glad Mum wasn't there for this one.
Oh, but so bad thing about that fight. What's it called? My sister's got a boyfriend now, and he asked to come up to the gym, and I think that was his first day at the gym. And my brother was there. He's like, "Come on, because I was fighting a southpaw, wasn't I? Yeah. So I needed southpaw sparring anyway. So he probably thought, "Oh, we've had him come to the gym and shown him what we can do now." He's like, looking over, falling away.
Are you coming up for Christmas dinner?
I bet he absolutely loved it.
Yeah. No, he's a good kid. He is. Obviously good. Shout out to Lewis and Megan.
Well, I love it. And then
don't break her heart.
I love it. But we've seen the excitement. We've seen how excited you both are towards this fight on Saturday. What can the fans expect on Saturday night?
No, just a great night of boxing. A lot of skill. Just determination, and show everyone like all the work we've been putting in this last year, and yeah, just put on a good show for everyone, and like I want to please obviously Pat and show him that it was worth the risk for him coming down here, putting on these shows, and yeah, everyone get ready. It's gonna go off like.
Me next, yeah?
Yeah, you next.
You got traps, triggers, bombs, bullets, bolos.
Skills.
We got it all. And we're bringing it out Saturday night, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We'll be bringing our A game.
It's
It's going to be an explosive night. I mean, I think there's a lot. Everyone on the cards is a puncher. I mean, we can all punch, especially Moses. He's a heavyweight. Willy, middleweight. So Morgan can punch, Touze can punch, I can punch. So it's going to be explosive night of boxing, and there's 5 good prospects on our card. So yeah, I think we're going to blow everyone away.
Yeah,
Definitely. I mean, we're just going to turn up and perform, and obviously it's going to be a night to remember. And obviously, once we get this one out the way, hopefully on the next one we can just keep growing it from there, and obviously pushing towards bigger and better nights and titles, like we said.
Yeah, it's rap season.
If there's any other amateurs out there who would like to turn pro as well, obviously we're trying to grow our stable as well. They're more than welcome to come down here. We've got a cracking setup down here, cracking coaches, a cracking squad, and obviously if they're looking for a manager to sign them, we can always, get in touch with Pat. If he's looking, he can come down and have a look at them or whatever. So yeah, and big shout out to everyone in the gym, Nigel, Darcy, Andy, Sean.
Come on, all this is buzzing, right?
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yeah, it's buzzing, isn't it? It's buzzing. Yeah. We take, because we're local boys for Talbot and Carmarthen, we take big pride in wearing the honest gear, because the amount of great fighters that's come out of this gym. Do you mean Darcy, we got Di Fordy, Stuart Phillips, Rob Davis, Geffen Davis, top tier fighters, and we're carrying that flag now, do you know what I mean? So
we're just trying to raise the bar, that's all. They set the bar so high now, we're trying to come in behind them and raise it, and obviously we want the youth underneath us to come and raise it again, so the levels always go up. Never stay in one place too long, love.
Oh, I love it. The way you speak so highly of your gym and the community around it, I think it's amazing. What's the date for fans to get tickets off you? If people are still itching to get tickets and waiting to come down, then what's the last date they can use to get tickets?
Well, obviously Pat's been posting regularly on his page, but obviously my Instagram, MorganMarker96, just give me a DM, give me a message, or if you know me well enough, just give me a call. We'll sort out some tickets, run some tickets out. We've got a few left. I've done pretty well so far, but yeah, I got a good few standards and a few ring size left, so yeah, let me know. Get at me.
Yourself,
Yes,
Josh?
same again. Obviously deadline probably Friday, latest be Saturday morning. I mean, after that, obviously we'll be weighing in Saturday afternoon, so any time before 10 o'clock, I'd say that's the cut off, and then obviously whatever's in then. Anybody else?
They're trying to get them Saturday morning. They can play on the door.
Yeah, I know. But you know what it's like. People leave it to literally last minute. You do all this posting, and
I know.
then.
This is it. You normally shift most of your tickets on fight week as well. So, but to be fair, all the training's done. It's just a matter of making weight. So I don't really mind running about dropping tickets off. But if someone's asking me Friday night, Saturday morning, it ain't happening. All right.
Aeroplane mode.
So Josh, your cut off is 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Morgan, anything after Thursday night that's late, it's probably a no from you.
Yeah, pay on the door.
Oh, I love it. Is there any sponsors that you want to give a shout out to? Because I know you wouldn't be able to put as much effort and time into your training without sponsors backing you a little bit.
Yeah, obviously my own company, McIntosh Power Solutions. So yeah, sponsor myself. But Didcot Plastering, AD Industrial Cleaning, Patablo Coffee. What else I got? Photon Project Management, Playtech, and JES Group. So yeah, thanks for all your help throughout training fees, medical fees. Without sponsorship, it's a tough game. Do you know what I mean? So couldn't do it without the help, really.
Yeah, same for me. Obviously, like to thank Carmarthen Owners. They're our biggest sponsor. Ultimately, I think. Like to thank Black Flash, Run for Kev, Gail from Dinner Jackets, Ben Garvey from David W. Harris, Plytech, obviously Morgan, Emily and Pop. GAD Construction, obviously the Dancing Daffodil and Rachel Jenkins, Christian O'Keefe from Carmarthen Car Sales, Ross Doig from JD Marine and Sons, and Rory McCreesh from Lane and Sons Soliciting. literally without sponsors, I mean, the medical fees alone, I mean, that's over a bag of sand, like, so it's, I'm working on, week in, week out on the tools, and obviously I got a kid, hot mortgage. I mean, it's a lot, and it is a struggle, like, so they helped, they're like a lanyard. Do you mean with a Lannister, sorry.
Yeah.
So without them, it would be a massive struggle. I mean, like, I can't even say I haven't really made any money as a pro. It's costing me. Do you know what I mean? So without them, it would cost me a lot more. So thank you so much, guys. Honest to God, you really do help us out massively.
Yeah.
And not even like the big sum, even a little sum, it doesn't matter. It's something. Do you mean? So thank you so much, guys, because you've helped us out massively, and we wouldn't be able to get on these platforms without you.
Oh, I think it's amazing what you're doing. All eyes now on Saturday, and I cannot wait to see you both on there on the bell. Doors open at 6 o'clock. First fight 6:30. Not much left to do now, is there?
No, just make weight and then enjoy. Put on a big performance. And just take it all in, enjoy the experience. Like Josh said, Toby gave us a gem in the changing rooms last time out. Just enjoy the journey. Do you know what I mean? So that's ups and downs, fights falling through, injuries, all that kind of stuff. We just trying to take it in our stride and most of all enjoy the game, man. Yeah.
And also, if there's any other sponsors that would like to jump on board, we're open to any offer. I mean, something is better than nothing.
Yeah, any sport's good sport, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So if anybody's willing to jump on board or would like to come and watch before they buy in, then buy a ticket, turn up Saturday, be there for 6.
Yeah.
And we'll be dropping bombs by 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. I believe I'm on first as well.
Yeah.
So I'm opening the show 6:30. Get there early. Do not miss it. It's gonna be mad. 6:30, first bell, more McIntosh. Yeah, I'm opening the show. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, it's been amazing.
Before we close, I'd like to just send our prayers to John Coon, who was in a title fight last weekend in Ireland, and who's suffered a bleed of the brain, and he's undergoing surgery and stuff like that. So I had a tough battle with Nathan Howell's local Welsh boy. So we'd like to just send our condolences to him and his family, and obviously Nathan Howell's and that. So
it's a speedy recovery.
Yeah, everyone involved in the fight hope they're doing okay.
Oh, of course. I think it's something that's big on boxing, the community that gets together around it when these events happen and the stuff like this goes on. I think the community that gets together is quite incredible.
Yeah, we all pull it together, don't we?
We're all fighters and we're all in the same game. I mean, the last thing any of us want is anything to happen to our opponent or ourselves. We just want to go in there, have a good dust up and shake hands at the end of it,
Yeah.
But obviously the risks we take as fighters, which people don't understand until it actually happens. Like, it can happen to anyone.
Yeah. Well, as the saying goes, isn't it? You don't play boxing.
No, you don't.
But prayers with him, and hopefully makes a speedy recovery.
Oh, well, you've both been amazing to chat to. Thank you so much. And now, like you say, we'll see you 6:30, first bout.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, don't miss it. Nice and all that.
Well, ahead of the fight on Saturday, how are you feeling and how has camp been?
Camp's been, it's been stressful, ongoing, but it's been an awesome camp. I feel like we've covered every area, as we usually do in all fairness, but I've practiced more, I've focused more on strength and conditioning, which is, we've been doing weighted activity in order to gain more weight and be a structural heavyweight. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out.
It'll be exciting. I know when I spoke to Pat yesterday, he was very excited about the fact that kind of the range of people he's got on his show. He's got like some lightweights and he's got like obviously yourself a heavyweight. It sets itself for an exciting card.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to meeting Pat, in all fairness. Mr. Barrett, he was an awesome boxer back in his day.
Oh, it'll be a good show. And you mentioned there about trying to build on things, but you are already exciting prospects. You are 9-0, 6 KOs. Kind of, what can we expect on Saturday night?
I mean, the same output I've been given to my previous fights. I believe that I'll be obviously in a better level than previously, obviously due to practice and such. But I believe it will be an exciting fight. I can feel it in myself, and I've been thinking it over and over what I'll be doing. So yeah, nothing but excitement.
Nothing but excitement. And then one question that I'm dying to ask you is, on social media, because you've got it in your jacket there, you go by like Moses, like you go like native. Where does that come from? Kind of like, what's the story behind that?
So my family heritage comes to, so my mother's Jamaican, right? And whereas the natives of Jamaica are Taino, they're called Taino, they're from the Arawak tribe, which is what you would see basically like Native Americans. They're just natives that were the pre-settlers of the Caribbean islands. And tracing my lineage, I have some lineage ties to them. So, but it's not really just that. It's also through growing up, feeling like, you know, how we all have our groups and our social structures. You know, in school, I wasn't really the most popular. I had a good character, but I just never really fit in anyway, you know? And I believe that it comes from that, basically, that the native is to belong and everyone belongs somewhere. And, you know, everyone's basically a native if they allow themselves to be. It's just finding what you belong to, how you fit in, just making yourself fit in by, you know, given to your abilities and your prospects. So I guess that's, you know, that's the origin of it.
Oh, that's amazing. I think it's nice. There's a story behind the name and kind of like you spoke about that, the meaning behind it. I think that's really cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then just in your last fight, it was you went all 6 rounds in that last one in May. Do you think we'll maybe see that side of you in this fight? Maybe it'll go a distance, or do you think it'll be similar to the other ones where you've got him out of there a little bit earlier?
I don't think it'll go the distance. I mean, I believe my opponent's durable, but I don't believe it'll go the distance. I'm prepared for if it does, but at the same time, I assume that I'll stop him in the second round, if not the first. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to push a knockout because, you know, it's not the tactical thinking, really. It's just, but I'll apply pressure. That's the plan, really.
When it's put on a show.
Yeah, yeah. Boxed his blood cut off.
I love it. And speaking about putting on a show, kind of, you do have a habit of putting on performances, not just in the ring, but I've seen a few clips of performances you've put on after the bell's gone and after you've been announced a winner. I've seen a few of them dance moves.
Yeah, baby boogie, yeah. Yeah. I see supporters dancing as well, so you know, everyone's joining them.
Yeah, everyone did join. I think I seen the clip of the one. I think it was after the last fight on Boxer. I think you'd captioned it something like "Jolly by name, jolly by nature," and it was a video of you dancing. Cause I think the ring announcer was like smiling, and you were just like dancing away. It looked really cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to enjoy these things. I mean, we work so hard, all of us boxers, and you know, we put so much time and effort into it. We miss events, you know, and I guess you score a victory, you should celebrate how you wish to celebrate, you know, as long as it's in a respectful nature. But yeah, I like to have fun with it, so my people have fun too.
I love it. You spoke about people. Will there be a lot of people coming down to watch and support you?
I believe so, yeah.
That good ticket sales have gone well.
Thousands will come in the droves. No, it's a good amount coming, and a good community. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone out there, and my people getting to see me perform again. It's going to be awesome.
It sounds amazing. Have you got any sponsors that you might want to give a little shout out to or a mention to?
Yes, the Crofty my people, they're awesome. Beautiful bar and restaurant, so come on down if you're ever in Swansea. I'd like to shout out to Two Brothers Tree Surgeon. That's my brother Frankie, who's just always supported from the beginning. If you need your hedge cut or a tree. Yeah. And AKA Media, James, if you've seen the content recently, how great it looks, that's AKA Media. So yeah, go to check them out. Also, Gower Coast Seafoods, they are amazing. They've been helping us when times are hard with work.
Oh, I love it. You touched on there about Black Flash. How is it kind of to be fighting on a card like this and to be fighting in front of your home fans in Swansea on Pat's show?
Very exciting. In all fairness, it's a wholesome feeling. It is. It's a wholesome feeling. It's what boxing is about, you know? I mean, everyone likes to think about the big fights, but you start somewhere. And I mean, to be able to fight in your hometown I think it's the biggest privilege in boxing, personally. You know? Home roots. So, yeah, I'm very grateful and excited.
I love it. And when I spoke to Pat, Pat's got the plan of maybe putting on a fair few shows down in Swansea this year. Definitely 3 or 4, possibly even 5. Is that something that kind of excites you? Maybe we'll try and get yourself on some more of them?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Oh, well, it's been amazing chatting to you. And just finally, before we go, what can the fans expect from you on Saturday night if you had one message left to them?
A nature show, as always. Just, high fly and not keeping people dry. Might get wet with some sweat, but yeah, we'll all enjoy it. We'll all have a barnstorm, as they call it. Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely love it. You've been amazing to speak to, and I can't wait to see you box on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.